1389, 1389. John X-ray Paul. 8839. No water warrant. Roger.
388. See the woman. A 415 fight. 2701 Wilder. Code 2.
13 Zebra 20. Go to TAC 2. Zebra 223. Roger.
Repeat your code 6 location.
13 Z20. Zebra 22. Verify out to Newton.
12 X-ray 83. Paul Sam William. 77th morning unit. Clearly identified.
KMAX 673. 13X22, Roger.
So I said, my next two off are Friday and Saturday nights. We could have dinner either of those two nights. And she said, I'm married. So I said, hey, I don't remember asking if you were married or not. What I said was,
Honorado, do me a favor. I don't want to spend the entire watch on this. Are you? Are you not going to feed your monster?
Friday night. I guess he bowls or something.
Which reminds me, how'd you get Friday night off?
Easy. Talk to the sergeant. All I have to do is remind him I've got you for a partner, and they agree it's a hardship case.
I'm a hardship case? Oh, that's terrific. Now we got a bowling widow. I'm telling you, Chuck, if you don't watch your step with these ladies, one of these days...
I know. You don't have to say it. One of these days, I'm going to be blown away, and you're going to feel bad.
Huh?
Because you're going to have to break in a new partner.
Well, on second thought,
Trust me, pal. Won't be one of these days.
It'll be one of those nights.
Oh, yeah.
Look, Mr. Chacon, I'm trying to explain. Yes, your wife is still working here, but she's not in today.
You got a phone number for her, don't you?
Yeah, I have a phone number for her, but I can't give you that. She's got to do that.
Give me the phone number. Give me the address where she moved to.
Look, I told you I can't do that.
People, stand still and shut up! You still got that nice brown sedan you brought my wife home in?
Look, I only brought her home because we worked late. Yeah, I still got it.
Okay, you and I are going to get in that nice car of yours, and you're going to show me just where that tramp is living now. You people stay away from the phones or I'll blow his brains out! Tired of being pushed around.
Yeah, anything you say.
You know, tonight I sure could use some Chinese food.
Oh, man, you could go for Chinese food 7 nights out of 7. You know, I work 6 more months with you. I'm going to be speaking Cantonese.
All Eastern units in 4 item 24, a possible kidnapping with hostage. Suspect and hostage have left First and Lindsay in a brown sedan, proceeding west on First Street. 4 item 24, your call is code 3.
4-824, that's a Roger. Do we know if the suspect or the hostage is driving?
Negative at this time.
4-836, we will back up 4-824's hotshot call as we are in the vicinity.
4 item 36, Roger. Additional on the call. Hostage is believed driving his own vehicle. Suspect is armed.
4-836, Roger.
Here we go.
We are in pursuit of 207 suspect and hostage proceeding south on Sumter Boulevard, just past Avenue 10.
The units on all frequencies stand by. 4 item 24 is in pursuit southbound on Sumter from Avenue 10.
Get away, Mom! Here you go!
Secondary unit following the Pontiac and 4 Adam 24.
Our unit 4 item 24 is still southbound on Sumter, passing Avenue 20.
You can pick him up on Avenue 16. Okay, all right. Take it easy, boss. Chuck, get on the edge. Step back and take it easy. It's all right.
4836, we are at Sumter Boulevard and Avenue 16. Request a supervisor and an ambulance. Request an officer-involved shooting team. We've got 2 down.
4836, roger, and we'll notify IHC.
4836, roger. Okay, we're on the way.
I had to shoot. I had to.
No, that's not quite true. You see, the Shooting Review Board makes a recommendation after an extensive investigation by an officer-involved shooting team. Now, if I agree with that finding, I approve it.
Suppose you don't agree.
Well, then I can recommend the officer's case be reviewed by our Bureau of Internal Affairs.
Which can institute action against the officer?
Yes.
Have you ever done that?
Yes.
How many times?
Oh, in 4 years, I don't know how
Once, twice, less than a dozen times?
No, I'm sure it was less than a dozen times.
May I ask, what about the district attorney? Now, if he believes an officer may have used his weapon wrongfully, wounded or killed someone, can he pursue his own investigation?
Of course. He's the chief criminal law enforcement officer of the county. He can pursue his own investigation if he so chooses. In fact, we encourage it.
And to your knowledge, how many times has the district attorney's office done this?
I wouldn't know.
Once, twice, less than a dozen times? Mm-hmm. So that in 4 years, you're saying that probably less than a dozen times, someone other than yourself, the chief of the department,
Deputy chief,
has decided whether it was right or wrong for a policeman to kill.
I would hope that it would be far less than a dozen times. I mean, the investigation that we make is absolutely objective.
You honestly believe that an investigation of policemen by other policemen can be absolutely objective?
I know it is.
Well, gentlemen, we're running out of time, if not controversy. But one final note, if I may. Deputy Chief Hayes, out at the academy, you have a course, pop-up targets, some bad guys, some good guys.
Yes, that's true.
Is it true that the good guy most frequently mistakenly being shot by your officers is a pop-up effigy of a television newsman?
Well, I don't have the figures on that, Michael, but I'd be glad to check it out and get back to you.
Thank you, Deputy Chief Hayes. Thank you, George Serling of the News. Thank you, Sir Johnson of the Register.
83.
Next week at this time, our guest, State Senator Robert Shores.
82.
Until then, thank you for your company. Goodbye now.
Take 2. Ready to fade. And fade.
Well, how'd we do?
I've never seen anyone come off death row at San Quentin looking any better. You did fine. A couple of times I wanted to come over and punch one of them out, but I held back.
That was politic.
Where's Tess?
Oh, he's taking the phone call.
Chief! Chief!
We just had a suspect hostage shooting go down in the Eastern Division less than 20 minutes ago.
Any officers hurt?
No, but we have a dead hostage and a dead suspect.
All right, have Bramlett call me before he leaves the shooting scene, right?
Yes, sir.
If I've left the office, I'll leave a number where he can reach me. After that, he can call me at home.
What about the press? They'll be after Bramlett on this one.
Well, you tell Bramlett if they ask specific questions to give specific answers. But if they start talking about body count, have them call me directly.
They love that.
Yeah, well, they're all-time favorites.
Scratch one banquet?
Oh, no, Georgia. You're all dressed. That wouldn't be fair.
Oh, look, you're under pressure, and I know it's going to get worse before it gets better. Why don't you drop me at the police building, and I'll go home and put something in the microwave, and I'll see you when you get there.
Well, now, if our press relations officer driving will promise not to let it get around the building, I'd admit that after 20 years of marriage, I'm very much in love with my wife.
Never word, Chief.
Good.
Anderson? Honorado? I guess Lanny's got enough info from you guys by now.
But we want to talk to you again, and probably a few more times.
Yes, sir. Lieutenant, I know it's early, but I don't suppose you could tell us anything.
I can tell you this. It's probably going to be a long and painful night for Bacallion and Parker. And I can tell you we never give up until we're sure. You worked this district 2 years, Anderson?
Yes, sir.
You live around here, Honorado?
Yes, sir.
Well, after all the understandable hysteria over at Pacific Western Loan, we finally got a phone number and an address on Gutierrez. We called, there was no answer. I want you to go over there, take a black and white, and sit there until somebody shows up.
Right, Lieutenant.
108105 Garland, 7 in Garland.
Yeah, Bill.
Well, how's it going, George?
Well, so far I got 2 guys that can positively swear that they saw the officer shoot the man after he was down and handcuffed.
Well, that's par for the course.
Yeah.
Looks like it's gonna be a long night.
Indeed it is.
Mrs. Gutierrez?
That's right. Something with my kids?
No, Mrs. Gutierrez.
Paul?
Hey, why don't you let me take these for you, man?
Paul? What is it?
Why don't we step in the house?
What's happened to Paul?
We had a good day. Good night. Good night. Well, you're looking for somebody young and willing.
Young and willing, middle-aged and restless, old and desperate. I'll take anything I can get.
Now, so I've heard, you rat. How's the man?
Fine. Fred and Ross got the call. They were involved in the shooting. Chuck and I were just backing them up.
And you're okay?
Mm-hmm. How's young and willing?
He's terrific.
Good.
He's gonna make it.
Who's gonna make it?
The older man, the one with the cardiac angina.
Oh, yeah. The one you said you thought had something like a 20% chance of recovery?
Yeah. They did open heart surgery tonight at 7:30. He was on the table for 3 hours. I had that team of young genius surgeons moving terrifically, and now he's in post-recovery. I wouldn't be surprised if he lunges at one of the night nurses.
I would.
I don't understand.
I think you'd rather wait until you get to work tomorrow.
I think that's nice. I'm sorry.
Sorry about what?
I hear my husband is involved in a high-speed chase, gunshots involved, 2 dead, and I'm so busy talking about my...
Get in the car.
He must be worn out.
I'm fine. David, all right?
Mm-hmm. Checked with my mom. He talked her into letting him watch the sexy series, but then he manfully fell asleep.
Horny kid. Thank God for your mother.
Mm.
The results of a youthful desire.
Right, the hostage turned left here. Now, Chacon must have seen 4836 approaching and apparently ordered Gutierrez to swing back around towards you.
That's right.
Now, you thought there might be a crash between your car and the hostages?
Yes, sir.
This area here now. Behind the Pontiac now. Before you started firing, nobody there?
Not that I can remember, no.
All right, small buildings here. Did you see anybody there?
I don't know. I mean, how do you expect an officer...
I don't expect to not expect anything.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to call me sir. Now, to the best of your knowledge, before you started firing, the only persons whose lives might have been endangered were the suspect and the hostage.
Yes, sir. I mean, yes.
All right, Russ. You sit there. I'll go see if the lieutenant's ready for us. And we run it down for him.
Sir? Then what happens?
Then we go out and reenact the action at the site.
And after that?
Sometime tomorrow, your captain get an appointment for you with Dr. Simmons.
I have to see the department shrink.
Standard policy now, Ross. As a matter of fact, they probably told you that several times at roll call, no?
Yeah, I remember it. And they say it never goes into your jacket. But somehow you always wonder. You know that everything goes into your jacket.
Here, grab a quart of milk. I just got off work. My wife couldn't get out. Don't scream now. Be quiet, do as you're told, and you'll stay alive. I just want money. Ah! Not the 1s and 5s you keep up here. I want the 10s, 20s, and 50s you just took to the back. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Bramlett.
Hello, Bill.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chief. I would have called again, but we just got through for the night a few minutes ago.
Now, Bill, will you still be able to get the preliminary report out in time?
Well, we always have, Chief.
I got a call from the police commissioner.
Well, that's high level.
Yeah, it'll go higher. So will the pressure. He pointed out that the unfortunate fatalities this afternoon put the figure of police shootings at almost double what it was this time last year.
But that's not a choice we make.
They don't want to hear that, Bill. No, he said this happened at a time when fatalities or injuries to officers had not risen significantly.
Oh, for crying out loud. What the hell are they saying? That if you get 6 dead armed robbers, they want 6 dead cops, too? To prove that the game is fair? I'm sorry, Chief. You don't need that in the middle of the night.
Forget it.
You said something about pressure. How much are we going to have to yield to it, Chief?
Not an inch. Not a damned inch.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night, Bill.
4 Adam 36, a shooting. Possible 187 involved at John's Supermarket, 9137 Olympic Avenue. 4 Adam 36, your call is code 3.
4836, that's a Roger. There goes my Friday night.
Good to see you guys. Glad we can make it. Now, how you want to work this?
Look, it's Friday. That means the store's filled with women and kids. No more units available. That means we got to go in there and find out what's going down. Johnson, you politic control of the front. Chuck and I'll take the rear.
Gotcha. Let's go.
Freeze right there. Freeze. Sure, I'll freeze. But I'm the store manager. I'm the one that called for you.
All right, get down and get back here.
What should I get down for? It's all over. He isn't going to shoot anybody else.
What are you talking about? Who's he?
Come on. Come on, I'll show you.